to What's Right with the World with your host, Glenn Ambrose.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. We are talking about positivity, as usual, and Ben's going to kick us off with the story.
Well, today we're talking about the NFL. The NFL has committed $90 million over the next 7 years to social justice causes. This is a news article from the Associated Press. The NFL is committing $90 million over the next 7 seasons to social justice causes in a 3-segment plan that involves league players. Also, they're putting in $3 million of a grant into the program from the NFL Foundation. And then each NFL team will contribute to the plan through cause-related events and consumer product sales, auctions, and other promotional sources. And social justice may mean different things to different people and organizations. The NFL's work will encompass programs and initiatives that reduce barriers to opportunity, with a priority on supporting improvements in education, community police relations, and our criminal justice system.
Bam. So this is, the reason I wanted to touch on this one, because there's been so much dissension and hoopla about, the NFL players kneeling, and it's caused so much controversy. And that's unfortunate, whatever. and whatever your stance is on that, fine. That's not the point. The point is, what happened is, this all started with the NFL players attempting to draw attention to the race relations issue. That's how it started. Now, people can say they went about it the wrong way. Some people will say they went about it the right way, whatever. The fact is if hopefully we can put that aspect of it behind us and get back to the race relations issue. And, a lot of people who were against taking the knee were saying things like, why don't they actually, they have millions of dollars. Why don't they actually go try to do something about this instead of taking a knee? I don't agree with that. And well, guess what? It's happening. So, yes. So the people who are against taking a knee, yes, excellent. You got what you wanted. And the people who were for them taking a knee, hey, you got what you wanted too. That's kind of the beauty of what I'm trying to do with this podcast is, sometimes change looks ugly. And we're not all going, not sometimes, most times, change looks ugly, and it can be controversial, and it can be noisy, and it can be arguments and all that stuff. And that's the reality of things, the way things are right now. But what's the real issue is, are we putting energy towards solving the problem, the actual problem, not how we're discussing the problem or who likes what somebody said and who doesn't like something that somebody else said. Are we focusing on solving the problem? And it might have taken us a little while, but we've gotten there, where they're actually putting over $90 million, that's substantial, towards the issue that upset people, which I think is a wonderful thing. I think that's the whole point of it. That we need some change in this world. This world is not all peace, love, and happiness. It's not. There's issues. We need to deal with them. So let's walk towards the solution by dealing with them. And that's what the NFL is doing. So I think, I wanted to put a spotlight on this because I think it deserves actually more attention than the other stories, because the other stories were just surface arguments that different people had different opinions on. This is the actual core of everything underneath. This was what started it all. That this issue needed to be pointed, it needed attention. So that's my take. What do you think, Ben?
Well, obviously, I think that it's a great, it's a great thing that they're doing right now with this initiative, and that it's it's always, I mean, I don't want to say that it's always better to attack. I think that the protests serve what they need to serve, and that was something that was started by players to get something done.
Right.
And this is something being done. So, it may not be exactly what the goal was, but it's something that's a great step forward.
Yeah, and that's it. It's, this is whether you obviously taking a knee upset a lot of people. So maybe the players will learn that, maybe that wasn't the right way to do it because it pissed a lot of people off. Maybe it wasn't the right way to do it. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I'm not going to get into that argument. The point is we're learning and we're growing and we're walking towards a solution to a social issue that needs change. We're heading in that direction. So that's good. And if some people are going like, well, they're putting money towards everybody getting along better. That's it. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So we're putting money towards people getting along better, and and I think that's a wonderful fact.
And at the same time, they're in the middle of their salute to service campaign, so they're also, doing things for the military. So even if you are upset about if you were upset about taking the knee, they're both doing things for the military and for the activists.
Right, absolutely. And if you still want to stay angry because they took a knee, that's fine. You can say that you think that was wrong and be against it all day long. But let's just try to at least open up to saying, give the fact that the NFL is trying to do something to better the community, give that as much weight as you're giving to the negative aspect because you don't like what somebody did. I think it deserves more weight that because we're not all going to agree. That's a fact, and I think sometimes we forget that. Once it affects our life and somebody does something we don't like, we kind of forget the reality of things. And the reality is we are not all going to agree on everything, nor are we supposed to. It's just unrealistic. So to think that we're supposed to it's a waste of time because it's not going to happen. What we need to do is continue to work on giving each other the space to have our own opinions and work towards a better common future for all of us. So, and that's what's being done. So hoorah to the NFL. And everybody, thanks for listening. Keep the positivity rolling.
Glenn is available for life coaching sessions, in person or via phone and Skype. To book an appointment or for more information, go to glennambrose.com, follow him on Facebook and Twitter, or click the link in the description of this episode.